Welcome back to the RGR Football Channel, everybody. My name is Daniel Harm, Senior Film Analyst, and today we go into the drive that got the Chiefs offense back on track. They were doing a lot of different things early in the season, trying to get some communication problems solved, and then they were able to excel and communicate and get everything flowing against the Chicago Bears defense. This is a drive breakdown, an entire scoring drive from the 11-yard line all the way down into the end zone. The first play we're going to talk about is this right here. They come out in 12 personnel, which is 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, and they're going to run a play action concept, which is out of pistol. We don't see the Chiefs do a lot of pistol, to be honest with you, and I like that they're going to do that because it helps give a little bit more of an under center feel, but also allows the quarterback to be off the line of scrimmage so they can still read out this concept. So you have Travis Kelce, who's going to run a deep in breaker, like a deep dig. Also, you have Sky Moore, who's going to run underneath here, okay? This right here is called drive, all right? It's a drive, it's a high-low, and on the left-hand side of the offense, they're running MVS on this, just kind of go this way, all the way down the field. So you're going to bring it to the inside, and you're going to come down and around, okay? So this right here is called drive, and what that is I can show you this concept right here. The running back goes into the flat off the play action. You have the shallow cross, and then you have the basic dig from here. This is called a high-low concept, okay? And especially with MVS running this deep down the field route right here, this goes high, so you have 1 and then 2 and then 3 comes down that way, the way that they ran this play specifically. So there's a lot of fun things that the Chiefs were able to do, and this is against the cover 3 defense, and you see that single high safety go down there, and then they get to MVS, to Travis Kelce, to Sky Moore for a 4-yard gain here on first down. This wasn't the best play. I still think he had Travis Kelce right here open. I believe he had it, but he didn't feel comfortable specifically with this defensive player coming in right here. He just thought he might be able to undercut the route and then take the ball away. So a great job here. Get through all your reads, get to the man that's open for an early completion. No big deal. Get to 2nd and 6, all right? And here we can see Patrick Mahomes go through his read. Also, watch Creed Humphrey, the center here, who's going to whip around and then block number 95 up. Give Mahomes more time to get through his reads and get that ball down to Sky Moore. So, fun concept there for a 3-level high-low concept play. They come back out this time in 11 personnel with a pseudo bunch on the right-hand side. You see Travis Kelce is the tight end. They have a stack formation to that right side as well. It's technically a bunch formation with those 3 receivers there. Another play action pass concept here. Patrick gets out to his right, and then he delivers the bomb down the field to Justin Watson into the bucket. And this is really fun to watch because I believe the Bears are running a little bit of a different kind of concept on defense. If you run it here and you cut it in half, it's almost like they played man on the right-hand side and then a little bit of cover 2 or cover 1 match where you have a couple of different players that are going to end up running with other Chiefs wide receivers. I wasn't exactly sure what they did, but if you watch on the right-hand side here as we go through this play, that's man coverage. He's running with the running back, and then you have a couple of guys over here sitting in zone. So they're mixing up their coverages a little bit with the Chicago Bears. And then on the right-hand side of the Chiefs offense, in that stack, you have a sail concept, okay? Typically, sail is run with an outside player going all the way down the field on a clear-out route. Typically, that's what is called sail, but when you have the flat and you have the corner, it's still a concept of the sail variation. And then on the left-hand side, you have a very long dig route that ends up being taken upfield based on the coverage. And also MVS adjusts his route to come inside a little bit based on the coverage as well. So you get the play action from Isaiah Pacheco going out to the left. Patrick's going to come out to his right on this little bit of a boot action. Travis Kelce is doing a great job here of blocking this rusher. He does it the whole way. I loved to see that from Travis Kelce, giving Patrick enough time to go through, get to his reads, and then we see that adjustment from the receiver. So watch here as Justin Watson goes all the way down the field. He sees Mahomes stepping up, but also that there's a single high safety. So he has room down the right-hand sideline to get all the way downfield for a big play because he's beaten his man. So all in all, the big plays coming, the short areas coming. We know that the Chiefs like to run their plays and specifically their short passes as an extension of the run game. So that was like the first play. Then they hit the Bears with a big play down the right-hand sideline. And then they come out here in 13 personnel, try a little bit of trickery with the Bears, who are showing single high, and it looks a little bit more like cover 2 with number 9 going out to the top there. They get a good play here on first down that generates, they were looking for a little bit more, but they got 9 yards. This little play action pitch all the way back to Patrick Mahomes to Noah Gray. Like, it's a fun concept. So what they're trying to do is they want to hit the big play down the field to MVS, who's going to, again, stem this inside and then take it out. If the safety triggers on the pitch action from the Chiefs, that's when they go down the field and they hit MVS for the big play. Instead, the Bears, like I said, they look like a cover 1 right here, like it's single high, but they also move this safety back a little bit here on the snap. He is not triggering, but everybody else underneath triggers. So you get that play action flow with the pitch. They pull Blake Bell and Jawan Taylor to set up the look for the linebackers. That's the big tell here. The linebackers trigger on the pulling action of both of those players and open the middle of the field. So you can think about all the different things that Andy Reid can do with that pitch action, especially if they bring like a wide receiver out here or somebody just to leak out across and go up the middle of the field here when you still have Noah Gray pulling over and MVS going here. So there's a lot of different things that the Chiefs can do with this concept in and of itself. But a really fun play. They didn't get the big play, but they still got 9 yards on a little bit of trickery. It's really putting this on film against a bad defense to show other defenses that we have this in the bank. And I loved pulling Jawan Taylor and Blake Bell outside there, blocking down from Travis Kelce and everybody else to really sell that run fake and to take those linebackers and pull them inside. They were able to get 9 yards on the play. So that's always a good play regardless of the outcome. You didn't get the big one that you wanted, but that doesn't matter. Like I said, all that matters is getting that big play. So here you see Blake Bell on the field. This is 12 personnel. This is the tight end off the line. They call this a sniffer, okay? They have the extension Travis Kelce here, who is going to run more of a block and then go out to the flat. So it's almost like there's an RPO built off of this as well if they want to run that play. So they come out here with that sniffer tight end. They pull him across the formation. He takes out number 90, so there's no backside pursuit, and they get the first down off a split zone action, okay? Split zone, again, if you are new to the channel, welcome, first of all. This is fantastic. I love seeing new people in here, and my job is to teach you guys about what plays are being run. So like I said, Travis Kelce is going to come out here, fake to block number 90, and then get out to the flat. They are running split zone. So this is an outside zone action, or inside zone action, play, where all the offensive linemen are going to block to the right. The sniffer tight end here, or whichever tight end is attached to the offensive line, is going to come around. They leave number 90 unblocked so he can come here and get blocked by the sniffer tight end. That's what they call it. They call it the sniffer, quote unquote, because typically you have the tight end almost sniffing the butt of number 74, the right tackle. So that's kind of what they call it that. And so he's coming out here to block number 90. And then Isaiah Pacheco again is going to read inside out. So he's trying to get to the outside hole for himself. He's going to press this backside A gap right here as it moves. So in between Joe Tooney and Creed Humphrey, he's going to press this gap a little bit. He wants to force number 49 to come downhill so that Isaiah Pacheco, can get upfield where there's nobody there. That's what he wants to do. So he's going to press that gap a little bit here, right there. Does it a little bit too early to check out, allows 49 to get to him, so it's not a big play, but it's still 5 yards on this 2nd and 1. You convert a first down in short area, which is nice to see. So great job blocking. Joe Tooney grabs number 97 as he's coming across his face there, and then they get a first down. That's what that play is about. Short area runs with the zone and being able to get to what they want. And you see they come back in almost the same type of offensive line formation with Blake Bell once again as that sniffer tight end here. And what they're going to do is this is where they're going to establish the run game. So they come out in 13 personnel, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver, 1 running back, and they're going to continue to go at the Chicago Bears defense this time. They're going to run another inside zone play out of 13 personnel, and Isaiah Pacheco is going to deal with a little bit of interference in the back end. They motion Blake Bell from right to left, and they're looking just to get movement upfield, okay? They don't necessarily need to get big chunk plays out of this, but that's all they want to do. They want to be able to create movement up front and get Pacheco into space. He's not great with guys in the backfield where he has to then make them miss. When he can read out the offensive line and be able to get to inside gaps and then upfield, that's when he's best. So the Chiefs, like I said, they're running inside zone. Everyone's going to step to the right, but you're going to see a little bit of difference on this inside zone because both Creed Humphrey and Joe Tooney are going to block number 97. You have a block here, you have a block here, and then on the left-hand side, you have Donovan Smith, who's going to end up blocking out here with Blake Bell, and then we're trying to work to the next level. So Donovan Smith's going to pull off his block to a block number 49, and always trying to work to the next level. So you see a little bit of miscommunication up front. This guy knifes inside, and what better way to deal with that than to put an elbow right underneath here. So Creed Humphrey doing what he can to make things work, puts an elbow right underneath the arm of number 93 and kind of forklifts him out of the way. But you see, look, this is a perfect example of what the Chiefs are trying to do. They're trying to open up this hole, and they want to get everyone that they can on blocks and then let the double teams unfold to the next level. So this guy, you don't have to worry about him specifically, especially because 97's coming in. Creed can also get to that when he needs to, if he needs to, but they do a good job of getting to it. Pacheco takes a little bit of an aggressive outside route to then come back inside, and then run off of Blake Bell. Not getting a ton of yards, but again, 5 yards on 1st and 10 is always keeping the offense ahead of the chains. It's a great way to move, and it's a great way to continue to use that offense. So they come in this time, 11 personnel, and I want you to do something before we even get to the play. Look at the defensive alignment and tell me what you think is coming in the comments before I tell the play. I'm going to give you like 10 seconds to figure this out because based off of what the defense is doing, we know that Patrick has a little bit more willingness to hand the ball off in this situation. So just, again, really quickly here, right here, you have essentially 5 men in the box with 11 personnel because they're thinking, okay, 2nd and 5, Chiefs are going to throw the football. Absolutely not. They're going to take this advantaged box and they're going to run the ball. They get a backside pursuit guy that ends up taking down Isaiah Pacheco after a 12-yard gain, but this is exactly what you want. You want to see this upfront movement here. Yes, you get a knifer inside, but you can deal with that as a running back who's moving, horizontally across the offensive line. When you have that type of advantage in the run game, you're going to try and take advantage of that every time, especially when, you don't have number 53 over here. You don't have number 9 coming down inside the box here. You have a wide open space. So they run outside zone, and you can tell it's outside zone based off of what Isaiah Pacheco is going to do. If he turns his shoulders to the sidelines and runs this way, that's how you know it's outside zone. If he keeps his shoulders parallel with the lines here on the field, that's going to be inside zone because he's going to end up taking it here and then trying to bounce off and hit one of those holes. So right here we have outside zone, And like I said, that number 93 defender here ends up knifing over across the face of Tracy Smith. And when you're moving left to right as an offense, you don't really have to worry so much about him. You just kind of have to make sure he's not free. So so Tracy Smith is just going to kind of work hand. You get another hand on here by Joe Tooney right there, and just hold him up a little bit. Let Pacheco move all the way across. You get blocks, and this is what I'm talking about. Block. You're going to get another block here. You've got Justin Watson out here blocking down. Like, we've got bodies on bodies. When you have a light box like that, I think Patrick Mahomes is learning to take advantage of those, and this is one of the areas that they can continue to take advantage even against good defenses. That's something that this can translate to better defenses when you get those box advantages and start to run the ball more consistently. Then you can really start to churn out, force those safeties down, those corners down, and really take advantage of it. So here's a little bit of one of the plays that didn't work out for the Chiefs, and they had what they wanted in it too. If you remember specifically, this should be a touchdown pass to Marquez Valdes-Scantling against cover 2 defense. It's just over his head, okay? So what the Chiefs come out and do here is, this is that bunch formation like we've seen before from the Chiefs. On the right-hand side, you have Sky Moore, who's going to run this shallow cross like he ran earlier in the drive. The outside receiver, the outside receiver here, MVS is going to run a deep corner route. The apex receiver, Noah Gray, is going to run all the way to the middle of the field and just kind of stop underneath here. Travis Kelce is going to kind of extend this a little bit more of an outward breaking route where he stops in the zone here. He's going to take it a little bit further upfield. But this is a little bit of a variation of a play that I found the Chiefs running. And this is what that looks like, okay? It's a little bit different. They didn't run the exact same thing, but you can see the similarities in what the Chiefs did on this play. So instead of the outside receiver on the right-hand side running a bench route, he runs that shallow cross, but everything else is pretty much the same. You have no chip help from the running back. He just gets to the flat. They don't have chip help on this side as well. Travis Kelce just is going to get out here to the left-hand side, come downhill, trying to drag that underneath defender right here, this guy right here with him, so you can actually see what the Chiefs are trying to do with these coverages, okay? Travis Kelce is trying to get this cornerback to come down, and this is designed to roll players, okay? And then MVS, again, is going to just take this and run it out. So this looks very similar. It might not be the exact same play. It's just something that I found that's similar to what the Chiefs ran. So if you watch the safety and the corner, they come into conflict. Right there, MVS is getting in between both of them. So that's what the Chiefs are trying to do against those cover 2 defenses and trying to pull players underneath with Travis Kelce and pull them to the middle a little bit with other players like Noah Gray, and they were able to do that. Just kind of missed on that play. So one of those missed opportunities, unfortunate. They come back here in 12 personnel again, and they run a beautifully timed halfback screen. Just executed very well. You're able to get downhill, get near a first down for the Chiefs offense. And I love watching this, especially because you see that the Bears are coming out here in almost a cover 4 defense. So this cornerback right here ends up extending out into what is a cover 4. So you have stretched a little bit to the outside already with some of their responsibilities off the field, off the line of scrimmage, and that takes advantage of it. So you really are able to get Justin Watson out here on the right-hand side, pushing that corner up the field and allowing the offensive line to then fake block, and then get out and move, do what they do best and get him into space. Really nice timed halfback screen there, and then just let your violent runner take advantage of what's being shown in front of him. So I really did like the timing on that play. It showed what the Chiefs do consistently, which is this drive, they've been able to throw the football when they wanted to. They've been able to run the ball when they wanted to. When you have that combination, it makes a defense be in bad positions, all right? They're just out of place. They're guessing. They don't know what's coming. And then you have a 3rd and 1, a 3rd and short. And this is really where the Chiefs needed to get better. One of the huge problems with their offense over the last few years has been the short area offense. Nice job here. Again, you see a little bit of penetration from the defense getting upfield, who was unable to get across. But I like what they did on this inside zone play because, one, you're going to have a double stack here. Instead of it being a stack with one offset to the other, they're right behind each other. And then you get a jet sweep motion from Rashee Rice. And like I said, unfortunately, you do get a little bit of an interior push upfield, but Creed Humphrey does a great job, like he always does, of managing the situation. Instead of panicking, he just takes him out. I listened to an Andy Heck Cool Clinic, which is a coaching clinic, a couple years ago, and he preaches, take the man where he wants to go. Excuse me. So right here, you see number 97. He wants to get upfield. He's like, I want to get up here. So Creed's like, okay, I'm going to take you upfield. And what that does, especially when you are blocking him, it allows Isaiah Pacheco to read that out. Okay, so this is inside zone. Everyone's blocking down, getting blocks down. They do a good job here of getting this opened up. And like I said, this interior pressure from 97 is going to make it a little bit easier on Pacheco, who doesn't have anybody backside here as a defender coming downhill to get anything, especially because you have that jet sweep motion. They could run play action off of it. So it makes the defense have to stay a little bit honest in this regard. And when you have no backside pressure here, he can be a little bit more patient. So he can sidestep, get upfield, and then he does a good job of making number 95 miss in the hole too. Again, coming across the face of Travis Kelce. So it's a really good play design for them. They got a little bit lucky that no one was free, but Isaiah Pacheco does a fantastic job of getting downhill. And then when he sees that hole and he sees that pressure come up field, he's just a little bit patient. He doesn't overwork it, and then he gets that first down in short area. Fantastic work. Second to last play here, we can see that they're already inside the 5-yard line. They're going to run a little bit of a mesh concept to get Isaiah Pacheco open. That's what they wanted to do, okay? This didn't work out specifically because what they want is a pick play from Rashee Rice, okay? Rashee Rice is going to be running a drag route across the field, and he is going to be getting the defender that's covering Isaiah Pacheco. So this is all man coverage when you get into this area of the field typically, unless you're like in the 10-yard line back, you get more zone. But the Bears are going to come out and they're going to run man coverage. So you have one player, Terrell Edmonds, on Isaiah Pacheco, and they just want to run this mesh concept. The mesh is right here. Noah Gray is going to come behind it, and Rashee Rice is sorry, that's the opposite way. Rashee Rice is coming this way to get to the linebackers, and Noah Gray is coming underneath it. And then you have a little improv from, in my opinion, from Justin Watson, who's going to run a little bit out, but then he's going to stretch it out to the outside of the field where there's less space, less players. MVS is going to get down in a zone right here. And then again, Isaiah Pacheco running to the flat. They want to get a pick play here again from Rashee Rice to get a little bit. You can see actually right there, he tries to. I'm going to go back and slow it down for you a little bit. When we get to the end zone angle, you can see a little bit better. They wanted to get that play down right. So Rashee Rice is just trying to get a little bit of that linebacker, a little bit more than he ended up getting. But at the end of the day, it's just a misplay. It happens to all offenses. I think if Mahomes would have went through his reads a little bit on this play, he probably could have gotten MVS or somebody else for a touchdown. But this is a quick, simple read. They want to pick play on that linebacker. It didn't end up working out. Last play, another really nice play design from the Chiefs in the red area. They get the touchdown off of this fantastic design again on both two different concepts. On the left-hand side, they're running a pick. And the right-hand side, they're running what's called trail. So trail is this concept right here. You have the Z receiver, and in this case, it'd be Noah Gray, who's going to run that in breaker, and then Travis Kelce is running behind him and going upfield. So you're kind of taking a little bit of a mesh concept, a little bit of levels concept, and running it together with that trail route right here. That's exactly what happens. Sorry, it's Travis Kelce running it. He's running the deeper over, and then Noah Gray is running the trail underneath on the right-hand side. That's just to take advantage a little bit of the defense, try and get them moving to the right, and then get Noah Gray underneath after Travis has already moved these guys out of the way. But on the left-hand side of the offense, Rashee Rice is going to do another pick job right here. His job is just to get the man that's on your running back, this guy right here, get in his way, because we know exactly what's coming. He's just going to the flat, and he's going to turn, look for the football. And then they do a really nice job of confusing the defense at the snap, okay? This movement, this motion from Sky Moore brings player over here. It shifts the defense a little bit, and then the jet sweep, all right? The jet sweep, because the ball could go there. You see defensive players moving right here. You got 49 going with them. You see turned a little bit turned a little bit. He's coming down. And then this player right here is the key. Go at him. Great job by Rashee Rice to get in the way. Just gets in the way. Right there. Perfectly executed. And with Jerick McKinnon right underneath the tackle here, he's free to the flat. And there's nobody in the way. They did a fantastic job executing in this game. And when they're able to execute like that, that's the beauty of this Chiefs offense. They can do so many different things. They had the passing game going. They had the running game going. They had everything that they wanted to in this game. And the execution levels really took a step up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this drive breakdown. We're going to definitely continue this as the season goes along. You really seem to enjoy it. And this is the Chiefs offense when they are clicking and everything's working. Make sure you hit that like and the bell, the sub on the way out the door. We'll see you guys next time. Just continuing to see what the Chiefs do week in and week out is an exciting thing. Let's let Jerick McKinnon take you guys out. We'll see you next time.